Okay, it's time for my special guest now and up and coming artist. We have Greta Isaac. Welcome to the show. I've heard so much about you. Welcome. It's nice to have you on finally.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. You have a new EP as well out doing the rounds. We have played a few tracks on your show. First up, how would you describe your music to the listener?
I would say it's a combination of quite funny, sarcastic lyrics with a sort of euphoric, poppy backdrop, I would say.
Nice. Yes, we've played your tracks and it's perfect for one of my shows. It's laid back sounds, very mellow. Some of your tunes as well.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Yeah, I think I'm quite heavily influenced by a lot of different genres, so
Yeah.
I think they've come out in different songs that I've written. Yeah.
Nice. And can you just tell me more about your new EP as well? One of the tracks which stands out is called "How to Be a Woman."
hmm Yeah, so that's my newest single, and it's a song that I wrote about a year ago. Um, and it's kind of a product of things that I ruminate and think about all the time, and kind of breaking away from the structures and people that have encouraged me to be or think or look a certain way, and coming out the other end of that, and finding empowerment and freedom, but also a little bit of like a lost child energy, and yeah.
Ah, and would you say it's kind of tells a story of like growing up as a woman, trying to find your identity, and just being yourself at the end of the day?
Yeah, definitely. I think that is ultimately what the song's about, and not really knowing what I look or what I feel like or who I am anymore, but not wanting to be like the people or the structures that encourage me to be anything but
Yeah.
happy. I think that's
Ah,
yeah.
that's really nice. Kind of really nice story behind that song.
Yeah, thank you.
And your music's been praised by Jack Saunders. I know he works with BBC as well.
Yeah.
And how much does that mean to you to be recognised by kind of like the kind of bigger stations?
Oh my God, it's amazing. I really wasn't expecting that much praise from it. I think Jack has been really supportive throughout the entire EP campaign, and has really took the time to kind of give really strong introductions to the songs, and get people engaged. So I think, yeah, I'm really, it's amazing. Anyone who's willing to put time and effort into promoting the song is amazing.
And am I right? You will be involved with the big weekend in some part.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, on Friday, I think on the
Oh, okay,
28th. Yeah, I'll be singing a band live version of my song "How to Be a Woman," and yeah, very exciting.
fantastic. And pessimist as well. I have to ask this: Are you a half pint full or half pint empty kind of girl, or it depends?
I think by now I'm definitely half pint full. I think that song was definitely a bookmark in my life
Yeah.
where I was like, oh, I need to sort myself out, and yeah, I think it's an ode to myself, a little. Come on, let's get you sorted out, brushed off, and fixed. Yeah.
And your cover as well. I wanted to ask about there's a lampshade on someone's head. Is that you? And is there kind of a hidden story behind that?
Yeah, so that is me. So I collaborate with my very dear friend Karina. She's a photographer, and we kind of work together on that cover artwork. And we basically we were trying different few things about Pessimist, and what that kind of meant for me visually, and as a kid I was very kind of performative, but also now in my adult life wanting to like hide away a little bit. And I think that cover to me is so funny because I'm like standing center stage, on a stool, in a tiny kitchen with a lampshade on my head. It's like wanting to perform, but also wanting to hide away and sort of blend in the background. I think that's kind of what we wanted to get across in the
Uh,
artwork.
that's that cleared up then. That's a nice anecdote. And also, I was going to add to that as well. When you're on stage, is that where you kind of come to life? You know, or you're kind of would you say you're quite an introvert person off stage, and when you're on stage, it kind of brings you to life? You kind of your kind of personality shines through.
Yeah, I think I definitely come alive when there's like people around and when I see an opportunity to just like make people laugh or, tell a story or whatever. I love that and I love being with people. I think it really helps me sort of feel quite grounded and in touch with reality. I think when I'm on my own, I do now appreciate a lot more time on my own, and I really like, but not too much time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do love, yeah.
I know what you mean. It's nice to have your own company, but at the same time, friends, family, your network as well, and your fans, your
Yeah,
followers.
yeah, I think that a gig is the ultimate party for me. I just get to interact with people that I know, listen to my
Yeah.
songs, and to perform the songs in the way that I would hope people would like to receive them. So, yeah, I'm really excited.
And
To play shows.
especially with gigs now, I guess they're like gold dust, aren't they? Because performers and artists and musicians they've been they've been stuck indoors, haven't they? They can't get the music like on the big platforms in front of all those people.
Mm. Yeah, I know. It's really interesting actually how music has been consumed the past year. I think it's either been really, really fast paced and people are just releasing and releasing, or people really holding back until it's the right time. Because I think a lot of the artists who really depend on the live shows getting that message across even further have probably delayed it. So I think, yeah, I'm certainly sort of one of those. I think where I've waited until the EP was
Hmm.
ready, and that I could be able to play it live before releasing it. So
And your
yeah.
EP as well, it's got 5 tracks on there. Each are different to one another. I must say they are short but very sweet, and sometimes I like them short because they're perfect for airplay. You know, where 3 songs I think is a perfect length for your song to be played on the radio.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's interesting you say that. I don't think that was intentional when we wrote it, but I think what I like about songs is playing the really really good bit once so that you want to play the whole thing again, and like just like rewind again again again. I think when songs are kind of addicting to listen to, that's really exciting for me. And also when I write a song, there's a tendency to write a bit of it and then go back in and add months later. So I think, but I think the songs that are on the EP, especially Like Me and How to Be a Woman, for me they really like hit pretty immediately. So we didn't really feel it necessary to add more and more sections. So that's really interesting that you say that though. It's
It's
cool.
great, and it leaves room for encores as well. If the
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And long live versions.
Yeah. That's great. Greta Isaac, thank you so much for joining me on today's show and answering some of my questions. They're quite direct, but you answered them very graciously. And we're going to play 2 tracks now of your album. So yeah, all the best with everything, your gigs and festivals, and wish you well. Hear from everyone here at the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
No
having me.
problem.